All right, guys, so today I want to talk about audience capture and why I think it's one of the worst issues that a creator can have. And basically what that means, for those who don't know, is that your audience basically has full control over you, okay? You are beholden to whatever they want. They make the rules for you. They decide who you're allowed to hang out with, the opinions that you're allowed to have, the jokes that you're allowed to make. And if you ever decide that, hey, I want to do something against that, or I want to do my own thing or whatever, they will cancel you on Twitter, they will turn on you, and they will feed you to the wolves. It's not great. And this is a perfect example of why you don't want that. Cutie Cinderella, who is Ludwig's girlfriend, is literally getting canceled on Twitter. She is getting bombarded with hate, all because she is like hung out with people who have made homophobic jokes. And these people are like the biggest streamers ever. It's not like just some random people who she's given a platform to. These are people who are more popular than her. So anyway, let's take a look at this. Ludwig's GF situation is pathetic.
Massive day for the unemployed. Ludwig's dishwasher needs a replacement. She got canceled by her moron audience for saying some basically not even controversial things. Check it out.
It's not comfortable.
This is my perfect example. It's like, okay, I collab with Lacey. Lacey makes some homophobic jokes sometimes that I am not comfortable with the homophobic jokes.
I love how that's even why do you have to say that? Like, why do you have to agree with every single thing a person that you rub shoulders with says and does? It's the stupidest thing ever. Like, you don't think any person that I've platformed, I'm like going through all their videos to make sure that I agree with every single thing they've ever said before having them on? No, that's not human, that's robotic. And if you do that, you're an NPC. And more embarrassing than an NPC, you're a fucking slave, bro. You're a slave and your death will be from self-castration.
Lacey has made. Lacey knows that he can't make those jokes around me.
I'm like 98% sure that Lacey is gay.
Does not mean that I am homophobic. Believe it or not, everybody.
Yeah, this is the problem. When you're trying to like prove to your audience that you're not something that they've already decided that you are, you're literally doing an uphill battle. It's like the thing with The Rock, and you're forever pushing it up the fucking, what is it called? Sisyphus? This is gonna bother me. Yeah, this is you. This is you trying to defend yourself against homophobia allegations to a community that's already decided that you're worse for gay people than AIDS.
Yeah, they chose to not believe that.
Yeah. You are not who you associate with. Like, shut the f up. You're like, you don't build bridges by burning them.
And boy, oh boy, did that trigger some people. Also, apologies, I'm sick. My voice is a bit raspy.
I'm
Cutie,
glad.
when your boyfriend Ludwig has a gay card and was at TwitchCon making fun of queer people, and when your new besties from FaZe that you are obsessed with are homophobic and transphobic on the daily, what do you expect us to think about when you are actively associating with?
This has 21,000 likes, by the way, bro. These people are so upset that Cutie Cinderella hung out with someone who's made homophobic jokes that they've decided to start talking shit about her. They've supported her until she hung out with FaZe Lacey. This is FaZe Lacey, not fucking Adolf Hitler, okay? Holy shit, this is nuts to me. This is actually so insane. This has 7.1 million views, okay? And also, you're gay, okay? You're a gay person. You're not like someone who got hit by a car and she's hanging out with someone who hits people with her car or hits people with his car, you know? That'd be one thing where it's like, yeah, you know, my dad got hit by a car and he died, and it was pretty brutal. One of his legs got caught in the fucking exhaust, and yeah, it was a horrible thing to watch. I watched his soul leave his body. His last moments on Earth were terrible, and now you're hanging out with someone who has a known record of killing people with their car. I don't support that. I would understand that, but we're talking like, you're gay, bro. Like, you suck cock and you eat butt. That's what you do, and that's fine. But now it's like, what, you because of that have the authority to fascistically dictate what people can joke about? No, dude, you're gay.
Wow.
I'm not gonna, I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you guys say, I won't believe it, because at the end of the day, if I'm around a racist person, I'm just not racist. I'm not. Me, I am not.
This is the problem. Stop fighting against this. You have two options here. Either ignore it. Actually, you have more than two options, but your biggest thing is like ignore it or play into it. Because when people have decided you're already something, your best bet is either, well, if you're a pedophile, don't play into it. You should just ignore it or defend. You should defend yourself if you're being called a pedophile, okay? But if you're being called a homophobe, what are you actually gonna do? Are you gonna fucking suck dick as a guy to prove that you're not gay? I'm so sorry for making that joke. Like, dude, no, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna get on your knees literally or figuratively to prove that you're not homophobic. That's a retarded thing to do, okay? You should ignore these people, or you should make fun of them, or whatever.
Yes.
Or what you should do preventively is just not have an audience who would care about this stuff to begin with, right? And it's like, you know, at the end of the day, this is what the problem with audience capture is, okay? You have to, at the very beginning of your career, decide what you want your audience to be okay with you doing. And if you make parameters for yourself that in the future you may want to go back, and go back against, you're going to run into some problems. Now, a lot of people, they'll say, oh, I'm never going to take a sponsorship from this person. And then later on they end up doing it. And it's like, that's not the worst thing ever. But your audience will end up hating you if you are a safe space YouTuber who ends up deciding that they're no longer a pussy and finds certain types of humor hilarious, and then it makes jokes like that, right? They're going to hate you for that. So it's better off in the beginning to give yourself less invisible rules to follow than more.
Her chronically online loser audience that can't even bench 135 did not like this, and yeah, she made the grave mistake of fueling the fire.
That there's someone uploading my VOD onto Twitter? Is that what you said? If you could send my mod the username, I will happily send them a cease and desist. Or you can give them a heads up for me. I'm happy to spend $500 to prove a point.
Okay.
When I have a VOD unlisted and I choose not to upload it to make money for myself, you're not allowed to take advantage of the content that I am creating that you are doing nothing for.
So her audience was like, holy moly, she's turning into Ethan Klein, and they were really scared. Dinklebird. Spent $500 to prove a point. I hate rich people so much, bro. Get a life.
I'm happy to spend $500 to prove a point. I hate rich people so much, bro. Get a life, goddamn. You do realize that you worship celebrities like on a daily basis, right? You don't hate rich people. You hate when people who have money do things that you deem like immoral. That's the only thing you care about. And the problem is that your morality is based in nothing but these arbitrary Twitter-based like ideas of right and wrong. So when you say you hate rich people, you hate you hate when people who have power do something that Twitter has told you is bad. That's not like say what you actually mean. Holy fuck. Also, hating rich people is an inherently thing. It's an inherently like cringe thing to be hating, because most of the time people with money, they've earned it in some way or another. Like that's what I've come to believe. Obviously, you have people who move money around with markets and they'll print like $5 million in 30 seconds by, clicking a few buttons, and like how deserved that actually is, you can debate it. But the reality is I've come to the position that people who have money and who get it have done something to deserve it, right? And if you are mad at them for getting it and you don't have it, I just consider that to be envious and jealousy, and that's not a good way to live your life.
God damn. It's easy to hate the rich, but do you have the courage to hate the poor? How are you gonna tell someone to get a life when you don't even have $500 in a first world country?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But the saddest thing for Cutie is her friends turned on her.
As you can see in the clips, you know who I am, you know what I stand for. If you're someone who's been watching me, then you already know. If you're a first-time chatter and you're just joining off of clips that you've seen on TikTok and you don't know me or shit about shit, then of course I'm gonna assume that you're just gonna make the assumptions that you're going to make.
Cutie said something.
Who is this person and what do they do? I'm actually confused. Like, I didn't know they were cloning Anissa Jamhan, making her like Twitch like clones and stuff like this. This is interesting. I didn't know people even watch this stuff. Vanilla Mace, not throwing shots, but at the same time, like I've never heard of you and you've somehow managed to say nothing with just other than fuck. Like, if you don't know fucking shit about fucking shit, and it's like, dude, I don't know, man. You gotta get better at the verbal fluency.
Then of course I'm gonna assume that you're just gonna make the assumptions that you're going to make.
Cutie said something where Cutie was right. Vanilla agreed with it, and then because of the lashback and hate she got from her community, she caved in, went live, and now is throwing Cutie under the bus.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm gonna say how it is. That's literally what's happening. That is.
I think people, especially streamers, are so paranoid of falling off that no matter what happens, they kind of just bend the knee to their audience because they know their audience could just leave and watch somebody else. So they kind of have no spines, no principles, no backbones. They're like, it's like the ultimate, like what people call Ludwig Jellywig is because he is the ultimate example of this, right? No actual belief, sort of just like morphing into whatever his audience wants him to be, like, being a marionette, a puppet to them that they can just control and maneuver, right? And so I think a lot of streamers are like this, but the reality is it's every time you see it happen, it just shows you how pathetic these people are. It's like, dude, you're telling me that because your friend hung out with someone, now you have to go on a monologue about like how hard it is to be gay and like why it's not okay to hang out with people who have made gay jokes. This is just cancer.
Literally exactly what is happening.
You're literally just anything your community says, you realize you're like, what? You have a filter, it seems like what are you doing?
You're going to make.
She literally was so nice to us. I'm so confused. And now she's saying she's agreeing with people and that she's uncomfortable with what Cutie's saying. What is How are people going to call us homophobic and transphobic?
I do think the good thing about where we are, though, culturally, is that most of this stuff has gone away. I think a lot of people are way more open to, like, collaborating with people who say more out there stuff, right? And so, like, regardless of if you agree with the stuff that's being normalized, I think it's good that there aren't restrictions around what people say, just in general. Like, there shouldn't be an expectation of keeping certain things taboo or niche when the things you're keeping taboo or niche, when kept that way, just grow in popularity because people like things that seem dissident, right? And contrarian. Like Nick Fuentes is a great example of this. Like every collaboration he does on YouTube gets multiple millions of views. And why do you, like, the part of that is because him growing in the shadows for so long, like upon the speech regulations becoming more accepting toward like radical views, they just like open the floodgates.
Never even, what have we done that's anywhere near that?
So you might be wondering why alleged streamer FaZe Lacey and Ronaldo here are getting flack back from this Cutie Cinderella stuff, and it's because, yeah, you guessed it, she also made an apology.
I've heard what a lot of people are saying, and I am sorry for the
God, dude.
the hurt that I've caused people.
Cannot be serious. Streaming's harder than a 9 to 5.
I'm really sorry.
I have to talk, bro. I feel like this was, I mean, the biggest crime of all is that we're using copyrighted music, I think.
Again, if you...
Copyright.
If you don't want this apology, then it's not for you. And clearly you're not hurt, but I'm apologizing to people that I've hurt, and that's important.
Bruh. Imagine getting hurt by this shit, bro. If you got hurt by this, I'd honestly I would insult you even further. I think I'd call you the F slur straight up. If Cutie fucking Cinderella is what is gonna be your 13th reason, right? If you're just some like gay kid who goes to school every day and then like what happens? Some guy put a dildo in your locker to troll you and be homophobic, and then you go home and your goat, Cutie Cinderella, hung out with FaZe Lacey, and FaZe Lacey made a homophobic joke, and the fact that she hung out with him is what made you so much sadder. You already just like I actually want to like spit on you. Like I want to like just be like, dude, you need to go. You need to go, and like you have soft hands. I have soft hands, but you have softer hands, you know?
Important to me. So if you're a part of the queer community and I've hurt you, I am sorry.
That's insane.
If you are a person of color who I have hurt.
I hate this person of color term. Like, if you identify with that, you're like actually a clown. Like, any black viewers here, any Asians, do you guys like being called a person of color? Like, it's demeaning.
Yeah, I know it is. Well, I mean, it is because it's like, you know, sort of reducing you down to what your skin tone is. But I think it's also demeaning because it's like, I feel like you're starting off, you're referring to someone by a nerf, you know? It's like, so this person's a trans POC. It's like, bro, they probably don't even, if I was a trans POC, please don't call me that, you know? I'm still I'm a goat still, you know? I mean, maybe I'm trans, maybe I'm black, but it's like, what about it, you know? Don't call me that. So what? I have motion. Like, I'll be able to make something of myself regardless. Like, yeah, don't mention my debuffs. Mention my fucking rackades. Mention my successful, you know, money spreads all the time. Like my new jewelry, my Rick Owens. Don't, like, please, before calling me a trans POC, call me a Rick Owens owner who has a lot of drip and motion.
I am. I really am. I think the way I was wording things was very like irresponsible and wrong.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
You are a
dude, irresponsible is like not taking a gun training course before going to a shooting range and accidentally like fucking murdering a small child. That is irresponsibility, okay? Irresponsibility is driving drunk and killing 5 people and a dog. That's irresponsibility. Dude, this looks like what someone says after they legitimately go skydiving without a parachute. Like, that was irresponsible. If you were the person who ran the skydiving company and then a whole family just jumped out of your plane and you're like, whoa, guys, we just forgot the parachutes. They're totally dead. That's irresponsible. And that would be, if you told me this frame is from a response video to a situation where this lady owns a skydiving company and 5 people just jumped out of her plane and she said, yeah, you're good, when they were certainly not good, I'd say that's very irresponsible. I would not say that hanging out with fat-ass FaZe retarded Lacey is irresponsible.
Slave to your audience. You have zero soul. Not
You're
even
a slave.
the soul society
You're a slave.
would take you in.
You're a slave. You're literally a slave. You're a fucking slave. You are a slave and you will always be a slave. That's not good. How does that feel to be imagine being a fucking slave? Yeah, bro, I'll take Cutie Cinderella on lot A for $500. $500. That's what you're going for, I heard. Not even a competitive price. Jeez, bruh. What? And you're a slave by your own choice. Indentured servitude. Voluntary indentured servitude.
She kept crashing lashing out and blocking these weirdos on Twitter, and they kept pushing. And
so you're blocking people now. Hold on a second.
She got like real upset.
I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't support it. Period. The end. But I still love my dad, and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that.
Whoa.
She's getting canceled for being normal.
This doesn't even remotely shock me because I guarantee you most of our audience don't have a strong relationship with their fathers.
You can't fight hate with hate. It doesn't get you anywhere.
Who's gonna relate to the message of like, yeah, even though my father and I disagree, like at the end of the day, he's still my father. No one who actually hears that, who has decided to sever ties with their father for fucking deciding that maybe their son castrating himself or their daughter spending all day on Twitch isn't a good idea. Like, those people do not have a tight relationship with any of their, you know, parents or loved ones.
It really does not get you anywhere. Like, it's so important to like, as someone who's very open-minded, to be around closed-minded people and show them that it's okay to be open-minded is actually one of the most important things you can do. Like, as a human. I get it. You guys can think what you think. I'm not going to change, though. I'm not going to...
Yeah.
I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them.
She cooked so hard, Frogan got hungry, and people are bad.
I don't articulate myself well, which means I can't really be upset if what I'm trying to convey is misunderstood. Because, like, don't get me wrong, at first I was like, how could that be taken this way? And then I listened and I learned and I said, oh my God.
And I blossomed.
We have to provide food and shelter for homeless and oppose racial discrimination and promote civil rights, while also promoting
me when I'm trying to hit
women.
Instead of apologizing, she should cut off her dad and never speak to him again, and instead appease her leftist audience. Anyway, this lady was yapping so hard, the debunker had to come in.
Mind you, this is totally greenlit if she is a trans woman of color, right? You can hang out with whoever you want. But if you're a white woman, you got to be careful with who you're hanging out with because you're basically co-signing white supremacy. You remember the Holocaust? You did that basically, modern day version, if you hang out with FaZe Lacey.
Everybody's talking to Clanker Town
about it.
Yeah, I feel like some of the people on Twitter are just so stupid they can't not be bots. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the debunker is onto something here. This might be a coerced effort with like Russia and China involved.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. Like, yeah, maybe you feel sorry for what you did because like 5 people who have a combined net worth of 3 paper clips said that you have to apologize. But the reality is, by caving to their demands, you're also in a way making it sound like these innocent streamers, these like kids who are 22 or 23 who stream, are wearing SS uniforms and like gassing people and burning books. Like, they just, what does FaZe Lacey even do? I actually don't know. Like, I know that like he did Ozempic or something and he hangs out with Marlon and people say that Marlon mogs him, but like, I'm not, like, this is not even me trying to be mean. Okay, Stable Ronaldo's, he's live right now.
I don't even remember this stream.
What a Chrome Hotsu! 22,000
So he's,
Chrome Hotsu necklace!
so he's reacting to his friends or himself. Like, his, this is literally, how could this even in any universe offend you? I don't understand. He has a Mew in the background. This is awesome. This guy rocks. How do I send him $900 a month? Let me ask him. Here, let me follow him. Okay, good. Now I can, okay, okay, perfect. You guys see that? One of his rules was literally don't be racist. How do I see that? View chat rules. Don't be racist. Dude, that's literally what he said. So you're calling him racist, but he's not even racist? And I think he's Egyptian or something. So he's African. So he's black. That's how that works. How do I send you $900 a month? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I'm sure he'll get back to that. Anyway, this is good content. If you are trying to discredit him, you're a bad person.
If there's nothing to apologize for and you make an apology, it means that there's wrongdoing, and you're kind of shoveling that back onto them.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, she essentially threw the FaZe guys under the
Yeah,
bus.
literally.
Like, what did they do? They caught a random stray out of nowhere. Luckily for Cutie, Hassan's girlfriend came to her defense.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
I did tell her. I was like, Cutie.
By the way, I'm pretty sure this is canon. I'm pretty sure Hassan and Valkyrae are dating, which is a match made in hell, so.
I do think your tone doesn't help because you inherently sound really angry all the time. You sound really, and she knows. I was like, you're very blunt. I think it's your tone, you're blunt, and it just comes off poorly, especially, you know, and I was like, you're also the whitest woman I know.
Save Europe.
And it also is just, you know, you being so white. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. But I
Being white doesn't help. I thought it was a privilege. Explain.
know her. I know her.
Let's ask Hassan if it helps.
Her heart.
Imagine she said that about Kai Cenat. She'd be like, oh, you're so black. It doesn't help. You know, you're just
Oh, man, that's awesome.
so black. Have we learned nothing from Attack on Titan? We shouldn't be blaming people for past actions. And the crazy thing is, Pokimane over here doubled down. There's nothing wrong with having conversations with friends and
She's Indian now?
helping them understand where their privilege comes from in regards to situations they may not have personally experienced that others suffer from. And lots of privilege obviously comes from being white.
Yeah, wait, so if being white is a privilege, then how come it doesn't help her in this situation? I thought it was like a universal buff. And if it's not, then why did you say that it was? That makes no sense. You're like the dumbest person that's ever typed on Twitter. Well, actually, that's not true. But yeah, bro, I don't know. I don't know, Ray. I don't know, Ray. Again, what do you do? What do you do? Let's go to your Twitch right now. I'm dying to know. Valkyrae, is she live? Valkyrae. I don't know. How do I even spell this shit? It's Valkyrae? She's not live. Let's check out what she just streamed, though. This will be huge. She's playing Among Us in 2027.
Oh my god.
Dude, she's playing Among Us with Saikuno.
I held the
This can't be real life.
to run away from people.
Dude. Oh my god. Am I on drugs? Did I teleport 5 years?
Alright, then.
Everything about this entire situation is half a decade old. We're playing Among Us. People are getting canceled. Where's Dream? Is Dream going to become a pedophile in this next?
Head on over.
Whoa.
This is worse for your brain than like drinking alcohol while watching gay porn.
You just got the game. Have fun. It's great. It's so good.
Is this sponsored?
Well,
her
what do
sponsored
we have
stream
here?
is
This is
saying
a
this
rare
game is
sight.
awesome. I think this is a sponsored stream. She's saying this game's awesome, maybe?
All
This
right,
is
we come
Pokemon,
with
I think.
gifts.
Is this Pokemon? This actually looks tough, though. I should play this. Or no, it's not. It can't be because it's on PlayStation.
You just got the game. Have fun. It's great. It's so good. I like it a lot. Well, what do we have here? This is... I need more!
Yeah, we deserve
No.
to get... I hope... Yeah, I mean, I hope AI takes over and we can all just get universal basic income. Because how are people watching this, bro? It's like, you can complain about Netflix making slop that's turning your child into a transgender, but I would rather my child watch that because there's production value behind it. Like, a bunch of people in Hollywood they were coordinating to make something effective, and this is just sludge. I make sludge, but mine's awesome. I rock. You fucking drool.
Never thought I'd be accused for being racist against white people when the clip is clearly out of context. Is this white privilege in the room with us right now? And if so, give me it. I want to exploit it. Like, I wouldn't even be shocked if she consulted Hassan for this statement because she said it's out of context but never actually explained what was out of context or what the context was. You know, it's always out of context, but they'll never go into detail or explain or elaborate any further. Who cares about dog abuse? There's literally a genocide going on. You're too white. It's a problem. Yeah, she's definitely dating Hassan Piker. She's talking just like him. LMAO. Has one humanizing moment on stream. Immediately canceled on TikTok and Twitter. Friends distance themselves despite agreeing in the moment. Forced to cry and beg for forgiveness. This is the culture now and it's crazy. LMAO. Cutie Cinderella defends being kind to racists and staying friends with them. You know, shockingly to absolutely no one, I'm friends with some racists and they're not even white. They're like Filipino or like Chinese, and they're the funniest people ever. They said the craziest reels. Imagine saying this about any other ethnicity, LMAO. And yeah, honestly, Valkyrae is cooked. You can't oppress the oppressor. And she deleted her post because people rightfully called her out, and this isn't a 2020 anymore. Now, stop being racist to white people. Like, come on, I just learned how to season my chicken. I got onion powder. No. Also, Hassan viewers can't tell me anything. I'm half Ukrainian. I'm a victim. My grandma.
Dude, that's true. He is half Ukrainian. He's not joking about that, which kind of sucks because I think they're losing the war. Are they winning? I don't know. Listen, you should go and try to do regime change in Ukraine and get Zelensky out of there and get WestJet in there, bro. You're like massive day for the unemployed, and it's like Kiev got bombed again. Massive hole in Kiev. That's what he would say.
I got carpet bombed.
Dude, that's
Real,
awesome.
bro. It happens every time. I've noticed it. The Pogger side always calls out the W and L side for shit. But our shit is always just like the most basic internet shit. Like, oh, we're racist, oh, we're homophobic, but there's no proof.
Yeah.
Because we're not. But then when they do weird shit, like
W. Jason.
Or
true.
other things I'm not gonna say on stream or just whatever it might be, it's always like under the rug and everyone just ignores it and then pushes it onto us.
Yeah, dude, it's like, yeah, man, you made a racist joke and Hassan's gonna condemn you for it right after he gets back from Germany after like raping girls who are in a brothel. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's like a half joke. I wouldn't say he did any raping, but pretty sure he confirmed that he visited a brothel, which is, I mean, if we compare how bad that is for society versus like making a homophobic joke, it's very clear one of them is insanely worse.
I don't know, it happens every time, I'm not kidding.
It's crazy the Miskiff got swept under the rug in a day because Cutie worded something wrong, or Cutie, because of something Cutie that said that wasn't. It's not even that crazy to say. It's not even that crazy to say.
The Jordan Peterson prophecy. You will be held to a higher and higher and soon impossible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake and they will devour you with glee. They're literally shackled into a community full of absolute losers and morons. Just found out Cutie Cinderella blocked me. A queer person. If the first thing we need to know about you is your sexuality, it says a lot about you as a human. And that's coming from a black man, so you better listen and learn.
Those people live their whole life on the internet because they're losers. They live their whole life on...
Of course, the internet is a bubble, and not every leftist is a loser who's parasocial and weird. A lot of people genuinely care about social change and making a difference in the world, but like, Christ, these Twitch people are weird. The Poggers community is genuinely full of weirdos.
Wait, what is this webcam placement of doom?
These Twitch people are weird. The
Poggers? No. Oh no. Oh no. The GGers, the GERs. That's not ideal.
Poggers community is genuine.
How is this Poggers? Is Asmongold Poggers? I don't know.
Really full of weirdos.
He retweeted a tweet about an R slur. The f is an R slur? Is this guy retarded?
Anyway, something shocking did happen. Hassan defended Cutie.
Imperfect, even if they have like a difference in opinion, even if they engage in reactionary takes, even if they say harmful.
I can't even listen to this
on
guy.
their own educational journey. Like, these are fundamental principles that I hold on to. Sure, but
definitely not principles he holds on to, but I gotta give him at least credit for standing up for his co-host.
Whitest woman I know, you being so white, it doesn't help.
Anyway, if you're also tired of listening to women cry, and subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta get out of here, bro. We'll drop a like on that video, but anyway, WestJet, I'm down to get you as the current president of Ukraine. I'll make some calls. I can arrange that. Let me know if you're down. We can get you in there and you can save the is it Slava Ukraine? Let's go. Well, you'll be like Simple, right? W Simple, best Counter-Strike player of all time, and him and you and him can do war. You can go combat and it'll be great. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like on this video. The generational run continues. And yeah, if you want to help me out, then send me money, I guess, in the comments, or subscribe, or I don't know. Should I put like my Bitcoin address in the description or something of the videos? I need more Bitcoin. Any Bitcoin millionaires watching this want to give me a gift? I'd appreciate that. Put like a right pickle in the comment section if you're a Bitcoin millionaire and you're feeling generous. All right, see ya.